The clock on the dresser said 10 past 3 again. You did not wake from a dream. You just came up, and before your feet were on the floor, you were back in that room. The last day, the one you go over looking for what you missed. So I will tell you what I was doing in that room. Keep this playing. You have had that day wrong for years. You have been doing this a long time. Not every night, but enough nights that you know the shape of it. You wake, and before you are properly awake, you are back at that bedside, or that hallway, or that phone call. And then you begin going over it. The hour you stepped out, the thing you said or did not say, the change you should have noticed sooner. You have run it hundreds of times, looking for the same thing. Some place in it where you could have done better. You have never told anyone this either. People said you did everything you could. They said it at the time, and it did not touch the thing you were actually asking. So you stopped asking out loud. You kept the trial private, at 10 past 3, where nobody sits on the other side of it. Do not turn this off here. What I am about to tell you is not what they told you. I was in that room. I want to be precise about it, because you have been imagining it wrong for years. You have pictured me as a witness in there, standing back against the wall, watching to see how you would handle it. Here is the first true thing. I was not standing at the wall. I was not waiting to see whether you would get it right. There was no test running in that room. There was no score. I had that person in one hand the whole time. I had you in the other. Neither grip loosened for a second on that day. You stepped out into the corridor once. I know the exact minute. I did not go with you, and I did not stay behind. I was in both places. That is not a trick. That is what I am. Nothing happened in your absence that happened outside of me. That is not a comfort I am offering you. It is a fact about where I was standing. There is a second thing, and it is the one that answers 10 past 3. I will come to it in a moment. First, understand what you have been doing with those hours. You have called it guilt. Other people have called it grief. Neither word is right, and the wrong word has kept you tied to it. You have been conducting an investigation. Every night, you open the same file, the last week, the last day, the last hour. You examine the same 4 or 5 moments. You always arrive at the same verdict, and the verdict is always against you. Then the light comes up, and you get on with the day, and nobody at church knows the trial happened. Here is what that investigation actually is. It is not conscience. I need to be clear, because you have assumed it was me. It is not me. Stay 1 more minute, and I will tell you what it is. Here is the second true thing. That replay is not an investigation. It is love, with nowhere to go. You had somewhere to put it for 40 years. A person, a room, a hand to hold. Then the place it went stopped being there, and it did not stop being made. So it goes where it can, backwards, into that day, through the only door still standing open. You are not reviewing evidence at 10 past 3. You are trying to get back into the room. That is not a sickness. It is not a failure to accept anything. It is what love does when it is still running, and the road is closed. There is one more thing under it, and it is the one that ends the nights. If you have been going over that day too, type Amen below. You do not have to say which day it was. The list I am about to read is not for everyone. One line of it is yours. I want to name the things you go looking for in there, because you have never said them out loud. The change in the breathing you did not hear. The doctor's sentence you did not question hard enough. The night you went home to sleep, because you were told there was time. The word you had ready and did not say, because saying it would have meant admitting where you were. Or the opposite, the thing you did say, in the last bad week, when you were frightened and worn through, and not at your best. One of those is yours. You did not have to think about it just now. It was already loaded. I will answer that one directly before the end. Not yet. Before I do, put the file down for half a minute. You have been carrying it since the light went off. Nothing in that old file is going anywhere tonight, while you rest a moment here. Breathe with me here. In. There was no test. Out. There was no score. In. He was in both places. Out. And he has not left. Now look at something I have said about this, which has been in the book your whole life, and which nobody reads to you at a funeral. The night before the worst day, I asked 3 friends to stay awake with me. 1 hour. That was all I asked for. Watch this next part carefully, because it is about your hour. They went to sleep, not once, 3 times. They slept through the hour that mattered most, and it was the last quiet hour I had with them before everything happened. Watch what I did with it. I did not tell them they had failed me. I said the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. I let them sleep. Then I woke them gently and went on. I was not disappointed in 3 tired men at 4 in the morning. I made the body. I know exactly what it does at that hour, and I have never once been surprised by it. Understand what that means about the hour you were not in the room, or the hour you were in the room, asleep in the chair, with your coat still on. I have never held a tired body against a loving heart. Not then. Not in that hospital. Not tonight. There is more in this than the sleeping, and I will come back to it. Let me speak now to where this sits in your particular house. One of these is yours. To the one who was not there, who had gone home for a few hours, or was on the road, or was asleep down the hall when it happened. You have never forgiven yourself for the arithmetic of those minutes. Hear this. The moment was not the meaning. 40 years was the meaning. And I have never once measured 40 years by its last 90 seconds. To the one who was there for all of it, and cannot get the pictures out now. You did not know that staying would cost you this. You stayed anyway. What you are carrying is not a wound from failing. It is the price of not leaving, and you paid it on purpose. 2 more after this. Stay for them. To the one whose last week was not kind, who was short or frightened or quietly wished it would be over, and has never said that sentence to a living soul. I was in the room for that too. I did not flinch, and I did not revise what I think of you. Exhaustion is not the truth about a person. It is the weather at the end of a long walk. To the one who signed something, a form, a decision, a consent, with a pen that was not yours, in a corridor, and who has spent years asking whether the other choice would have gone differently. You were asked to do an impossible thing on a bad day, with half the information, and you did it out of love. I have never once entered that in a column against you. There is one more layer under all 4, and it is the one I kept back. Whichever of those is yours, the same voice is speaking to you, and there is something none of them has been told yet. You have assumed I was watching that day to see whether you would save them. That assumption has run underneath every one of these nights. You have never examined it, because you have never once said it out loud. Say it now, in that dark bedroom. It will not shock me. You believed the outcome sat on your side of the table, that there was a version of that week where you were sharper, or quicker, or braver, and the ending came out different. That is the belief that wakes you, not the memory, the belief. So let me take it apart. Here is the third thing, and it is the one that finally ends the trial you have been running. Their life was never in your keeping. Not on the last day, not on any of the 20,000 days before it. You were given something to do with that person, and you did it. You were never given the ending. The ending was never on your list. It was on mine, and it has been on mine since before either of you was born. I know why that does not land as relief. It lands like being told you did not matter. Hold that. There is a turn under it. Hear the difference. You did not have the power to change the day. You had the power to change what the day felt like for the person in that bed. And you did that. You did it in 100 small ways across years, and I counted every one of them, and not one is lost. And now the answer I promised you at the beginning, what I was doing in that room. You have waited a long time for it, and it is not the thing you rehearsed, not what the chaplain said, not what your sister said in the car park. Here it is. I was doing what I am doing now. I was sitting up with the two of you. That is what I was doing in that room, and it is what I have done in every room since, including the one you are lying in tonight at 3:10. I did not come to that room to collect a person and leave. I have not gone anywhere. The reason that day will not close is not that you failed it. It is that you were in the room with me and did not know it, and something in you has been going back ever since to look for what was there. And there is something in this you have not seen yet. You were right that there was something in that room you missed. It was not a sign in the breathing. It was not a sentence you should have said. It was me, standing exactly where you thought there was nobody, doing precisely what I am doing at this hour tonight. You have been going back to a room you believe was empty, except for the two of you. It was never that room. It has never once been that room. And there is a reason it is always 3:10, and not 2, and not 5. I have not told you that yet. You do not have to solve it. Let it sit there while we breathe, and I will come to it before I go. Breathe with me once more. In. The room was not empty. Out. He was sitting up with us. In. The ending was never mine to carry. Out. And it never will be. Come back tomorrow, and the day after. Nights like this do not stop because one message was true. They stop slowly, and they stop with company. There will be a new message waiting here every single day. Subscribe and turn on the bell so this voice is here at the hours when nobody else is awake. Before I go, there is the hour itself. I have not explained it. Look at the golden stream now. Follow it back upstream with your eyes. Past this year, past that week, past that room. It does not begin at a grave, and it does not stop at one. It has been running through every hour you thought you were alone in, and it is running through this one. And a doorway of warm light, standing open at the far end of the dark. You have imagined that door as somewhere you arrive, one day, at the end. It is also a door standing open right now, at 3:10, in a house where the heating has gone off and the floor is cold. You do not have to wait until the end to stand in that light. You are standing in it. That is part of why you are awake. Now the thing I held back. The reason it is always 3:10, and not any other hour of the night. Here it is. It is not punishment. It was never a sentence being served. 3:10 is the only hour of your day when nobody needs anything from you. No telephone, no appointment, no face that has to be arranged into something reassuring for a daughter on the doorstep. Nobody asking how you are managing. For 22 hours a day, you are the one who copes. At 3:10, the coping is off. And that is when I have you. I have been waking you, not to make you go over the day. You have been doing that part yourself, out of an old habit of blaming yourself for weather you did not make. I have been waking you because it is the only hour you are not performing, and because there are things I cannot say to a person who is busy being fine. This message is one of them, and I am not finished with the hour. So the next time you come up at 3:10 and the room is cold, do not reach for the file. Say this instead: you are here, and you were there, and I do not have to work out the difference tonight. Then go back to sleep. I have given sleep to the people I love since the beginning, and I have not stopped. There is one more thing I have not told you. It is not about that room. It is about a telephone that has not lit up in 11 days, and what you have quietly decided that silence means about you. Not tonight, tomorrow. Come back, and I will tell you what I know about those 11 days. You are loved, you are seen, you are mine.